Hello everybody, welcome to the ITK Soccer Show. It's the 26th of January and Stoke have just missed a gilt-edged chance in the second leg of their Capital One Cup.
Is this not a
match.
retro gaming podcast, judging on the music?
No, it's just, I think it's like really in to have 8-bit music as any kind of podcast intro these days.
That's very true. I do like the Nerdist intro.
Yeah, like it's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing.
We had our best feedback from our last show though, the Zizou song.
Well, we also had a copyright warning from YouTube.
We had that for a few shows. I was going back listening.
No, that was at the very start. We weren't allowed to upload, and I had to keep saying it's fine.
When we were using Brucey and stuff at the start. Yeah. So the great thing is, if I use music that I've created, 8-bit music, Ethan Carter the Third's team from TNA, or Muse, they don't seem to find whatever program they use to find copyright doesn't find those.
Did you listen to Bruce's live album that he released?
Of course not. Look at me. I just got home from work. I'm a pale, ghostly man.
Great. It was a great surprise. Well done on Bruce on that.
Did he release, is it just the River start to finish like he's doing?
No, it's a 22-track album. Live.
Is it not just the River live, though?
No, it's everything.
He does loads of hits. All hits twice,
No, he does loads of hits. He does a hit, yeah. It could be a 3-hour show. I haven't listened to the entire thing.
Okay, I'll give that a go.
So it's football, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't been here in a while, everybody, and it's good to be back for a show. As you can kind of hear, we're watching the Stoke Liverpool second leg here from Anfield, and we've got loads of news to go through. We're going to talk about all the transfers that have happened over the last week or so. We're going to do Premier League results. We're going to talk about the latest news, and we'll probably... Oh Lord, that was a Chan, a classic Chan there. The Scouts Cafe wouldn't have missed that. Who's also starting his first Liverpool game in 20 months, I think.
That is true, the Scouts Cafe.
Okay, transfers. So after all the back and forth with Pado to Liverpool, and then it was Pado to Chelsea, and then it was nothing's happening, and now it seems like it's definitely happening.
Yeah, it's gone through. Alone.
So 30 grand a week, and with no agreement thus far to buy at the end of the season.
I'm amazed by this news, because Chelsea still have up to April to decide whether to pay the 38 million for Falcao.
I think they have to pay a lot of that, apparently.
No, I don't think. Well, not a lot of it.
I actually heard the contrary to that today.
Because I think they pay nothing. I remember United had to pay a good bit for the loan.
It was the wages. It was the
300.
I don't think Chelsea have to.
300 grand a week or something.
Yeah,
because Monaco just want rid.
But
Pato was it PES 2007 when Pato was the best striker in the game?
And then maybe
feels like a very long time since Pato's been anyway noteworthy.
Right.
I think he's still only 26 or 7, right?
He's young, but he's had a lot of injuries.
And there's a reason why he's been loaned out those places as well.
He's played very seldom.
I don't think it's a risk though. I think it's like the Falcao doesn't work. Remy wants out.
It is a risk though. If they need a striker, a backup to Costa, who is playing brilliant,
he's
6 goals in 6 goals in 6 games under hitting.
Well,
or 7 in 7 actually.
Would you say that it's a terrible risk? As in, who's available? If they're gonna,
for that price, you're not getting anyone.
I think it's fine for the price they're doing.
Plus, Chelsea.
Not unless they bring up your man Traore, the guy we haven't.
Chelsea are massively
real?
real, apparently.
He's more of a winger.
Is he actually real though? I didn't know he was real.
Really.
Okay, fair.
He plays for Burkina Faso. Yes.
I guess what I mean by it's a risk is that in terms of Pado and what they're paying for him, if it doesn't work, that's fine. Cut your losses. But I kind of mean more so, do they not need somebody better?
Chelsea are quite big in Brazil, though. They'll sell a lot of jerseys if it's money-wise. They're pretty much out of every competition, don't they? They have the Champions League, but PSG, and judging on PSG, what I saw from them the other day, they're not beating them.
Nope.
Yeah, the team who are second in that league, I think it's Monaco.
Yeah.
Or is it they're closest to the team in 19th.
Then they are to PSG. That's an amazing stat. That I think it's going to be really interesting anyway. I can't wait to see Pado play in the Premier League, especially for Chelsea.
Has anyone actually seen him play live in the last 5-6 years?
No.
He hasn't been in the Brazil squad in 3 years.
Yeah, but
even that.
Brazil have struggled,
Yeah.
Well, even
Kaká is still playing.
Yeah,
for Brazil,
they still call up all these quagmires. It says a lot if he couldn't get in.
Ronaldinho came out this week and said he's not going to retire just yet. He's going to wait until after the Brazil festival.
Has he not almost retired 8 times?
No, he's still going to sign for Blackburn every summer. Apparently,
Do you remember Rivaldo nearly signed for Bolton?
That's the big.
It was
that was the
Bolton,
biggest one.
And then Celtic went in for him. Then he went to Olympiacos instead. And I was so upset he didn't join Celtic.
Yeah, Figo to Liverpool is the one that gets me the most.
Was it Inter Milan, was it?
Yeah. No, he went into Milan instead. I think it must have been from Madrid.
No.
I think he was leaving Inter to retire.
It was during his Inter run.
No, because I remember it was.
Oh, it was about
because
it moving.
That's why his wife was like, "I think I'd rather move to Milan if that's okay." And Figo's like, "I don't."
Can I move to Liverpool or Milan?
Yeah.
Quite a choice. Adebayor, who a lot of people still think there is a chance that he could do good for a certain team if motivated.
I think this is a good signing.
He's going to Crystal Palace.
I don't like the man, but I think it's a good signing.
Is this a loan or a full?
He's a free agent, so I think it's probably a 6-month contract. I don't know, but if you look at it,
Is he free agent?
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought he was still on Spurs.
Oh, he was on 200 grand a week at Spurs, and they only got rid of him there like a couple of months ago.
Fair enough.
But like Connor Wickham is the only guy who scored a goal from him this year in the league. And that was a penalty,
And he's going to be getting a ban.
and he elbowed I can't remember who it was last week. So
Vertonghen.
they haven't had any goals. So again, you're saying it's a risk, but Palace are struggling at the moment. Not struggling,
Oh, I don't think it's
in
risk
terms
out
of form,
as
they need
much.
goals, and he might be able to do something. And as well, a motivated Adebayor to get a permanent contract for the 6 months, he could be good because he's motivated.
This is former
Look,
Real
when he
Madrid
went to
Adebayor.
Madrid, when he went every time he played against Arsenal, he wanted to. When he's motivated to do something, he can be good.
It's interesting as well is that when Palace are full bore and play well, they're excellent, but they never rely on a centre
Well,
forward. So if you add in a good centre
I think
forward,
they might be going
Lassie's
through
been injured.
the Pardew run. Pardew is well known for kind of destroying clubs towards the end, similar to Mourinho, but not the quality beforehand. So Pardew might be struggling to get the England job, so maybe he needs a surprise out of Adebayor, because I think Pardew will get the England job once Roy leaves in the summer, unless they give Roy the job for life.
Andros Townsend, 12 million bid accepted.
Criminal money for him.
So
and
He is fucking.
couple of
terrible.
questions before you talk about it though. First off, does he have to agree to it? All we know Spurs.
He tweeted today, goodbye Spurs, 16 years. So he's gone.
Okay, so obviously, like this time a year and a half ago, Andros Townsend was one of those great British hopes as a fast winger.
Well, yeah, that's tongue in cheek.
I think they call that the
No,
Sean Wright Phillips Award.
No, that's exactly the Aaron Lennon Memorial Award. But
The Darius Vassell.
is it strange, like a guy frozen out a year that Spurs are doing really, really well for themselves? Do you still think it's slightly strange that his destination is a team that could definitely be relegated?
That's his level.
This
He's not better than that.
This strikes me as when Kenny and Liverpool were spending all that ridiculous money, like 12 million was their first bid, because Townsend and Pochettino had a falling out there a couple of months ago, and Townsend hasn't played all that
I'm
much.
telling you now, he's a little prick, that fella.
Oh, here we go. What do you know, Dan?
Well, he signed for Leeds on loan. years ago.
Here we go.
Right? Then he decided after.
hasn't been involved with a signing with Leeds at some stage? This is incredible. Anyway, sorry, Dan, go on.
He
Your
joined
point's
us,
valuable.
and 2 games in, then he decided I don't want to play because Birmingham are going to offer me more money, and he went on strike.
That was nice of him.
And then he's 18, 19 years old doing that. That shows the character he is. He's a little prick, and he's not good.
But Birmingham's a lovely city.
Okay.
Birmingham's a lovely city.
But Newcastle are also linked with Remy now.
Yeah.
If Pato comes. So imagine Shelby, Townsend, and
They got another
Remy.
midfielder as well. But what they should be doing is getting a centre half, Newcastle, to replace Colaccini. Someone to go along with Mbemba in midfield or in defence.
well,
They need someone to help him.
I thought Newcastle might escape, but Swansea are picking up the points now, and so are Chelsea. Lols.
I'm going to say, I know they won at the weekend. I'm going to say Watford might get sucked in.
Speaking of
Or
Watford,
West Brom. West Brom didn't even have
West
a shot
Brom will
against
knock
Villa.
it. West Brom will knock it.
I don't
Knock
know.
it. No way.
speaking of Watford, they signed Mario Suarez, who's a midfielder.
Almost. He was
Oh.
like Atletico Madrid. He was
Oh,
at Schalke. You're right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just having flashbacks to AJ stuff.
Stroke there.
You're having a stroke.
No, I'm not. No, go on.
For anyone not watching, quite clearly Neil is in pain. Are you okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should we pause for a second?
No.
Pause for editing.
It's funny.
Neil's had a heart attack.
We'll have proof. Look, if anything, this will make sure that you guys, get off scot-free if it does happen while we're recording a show. Because people might ask questions. It's just like, yeah, it's over there.
We wouldn't kill you. You're the only one who knows how to run the audio equipment.
Yeah.
That's definitely the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, Dan on the other hand.
Anyway, Mario Suarez is a
But
midfield player.
he won the Europa League
Yeah.
with Kike Sanchez-Flores at Madrid. So, and he's a top player. He's really good. He's a DM. He'll sit in there. He's a really good signing. Really good signing. I think it's a loan deal from Fiorentina, I think.
I believe you're right. Alex Teixeira, who had been heavily linked with Chelsea at the start of the transfer window, they had received, they being, is it Shakhtar?
Yeah.
Yeah, they received a bid from Liverpool, and then Liverpool supposedly made a second bid today. 25 goals in 26 games, but we have to remember where he's playing. Still Ronaldo, he is being valued at 35.
You'd hardly pay that, would you?
I no, I'd like to think not.
Like I think I've seen him and he looks good, but
I think it's
it's a real. Then that's a gamble. That's a gamble.
What's the likelihood of it happening?
See, what happened was, I think it they had
Ben
Benteke was supposed to be like, whatever. Benteke's awful.
Please, let's not do this.
He's just a terrible, terrible footballer. Anyway,
it really is.
He is.
But
not
I think like for
player.
European clubs, we match like the buyout clause, but because they're English clubs and English clubs have more money apparently, pounds and all that sort of stuff, they tend to overpay. And we're Liverpool, obviously, so they almost doubled what they want. So I don't know if it'll happen, to be honest.
Ramirez is going to China for 25 million. Is that a rumor? Is this true?
No, it's true. It's most ridiculous.
I couldn't believe when I heard it.
Thought Townsend is definitely half the player.
Two things, right? This is amazing.
I think it's Shanghai is going to. That's the team Drogba went to.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be him and Paulinho will be the two star midfielders.
Do you think Drogba set it up for him? There's a chance. Since Gus came in, Mikel's been getting his game a lot, and seems no time for Ramirez, he hasn't been a starter like ever really for Chelsea.
He was that one year when I thought he was great. I think even if
Liverpool
Liverpool had bid for him, not the 25 million obviously, but like 7 or something.
He runs a lot.
Why do you think that he's going to China? Like would a European club
money? I'd imagine.
I wonder did anybody else go in for him?
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay. Andre Ayew, Fabio Barini swap. So Swansea are going to swap Sunderland.
12 million and Barini for Ayew. Swansea would be fucking mad to do it. Ayew is a class player.
But he's not really playing like a class player. He's very upset with living in Swansea. Is this the story?
He's still scoring goals. He's got like 8 or 9 goals.
He signed to...
hasn't scored many in the last few months, though.
No, he had a good start.
His stats are...
No,
his stats are all from the start.
No, well, in a good team, he'd be really good.
No, I'm not saying he's not, but it's amazing.
I don't see why he'd go to Sunderland. It's not going to enhance him at all. It's not going to...
Well, that's why everyone goes to Sunderland, because that's how they get all the United players. Sunderland pay very high wages. Like, I'd say he'd be double.
Okay.
More wages for him,
okay,
not guaranteed to stay in the league.
Going to move on to some of the news now. I'm actually going to check if there's any more transfer things we've left out because we haven't done a show in a couple of weeks. One thing you don't have written down on this week's script, Dan, is the rumours that Van Gaal offered to resign after the defeat to Southampton.
Well, we were going to talk about that shortly after the Man United game.
Supposedly this is the second time that he's offered to resign. Now, a lot of people are saying it's true. BBC today said this is not the case.
I don't think it's true.
I
don't think he would walk.
No,
personally. Why should he walk?
Well, supposedly...
Why should he?
Okay, well, the people who are reporting it are saying that his family, aren't enjoying Manchester, which we always hear, and also that he himself is having a very bad quality of life.
He's broken.
He's getting a hard time.
He won't be there. He won't be there next season. But he won't walk, though. It'll be a mutual thing.
It's 10 million if they sack him.
Dan, that's not how it works. If he walks, right, the club are going to release a press statement saying it's mutual. If the club decide to let him go, they'll probably release a statement saying it was mutual. Well, Man United don't like to, they don't want to. They're not going to kick him in the arse on the way out.
Than the Moyes situation.
Actually, maybe they would.
The Moyes situation where everyone knew 24 hours before, and Moyes had to come to the training ground at 7:00. Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah,
that was done really badly. No, but I don't think he will walk. It's very rare you do see a manager struggling and they just go, "Yeah, I'm leaving." Generally, they are sacked. Like, why would you walk? Like, if you walk, do you get his compensation? I don't think so. Do you? You probably don't because you're in breach of contract.
Of course not.
So why would he walk? In theory.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
Now not unless it was like a health thing or there was something different or something like that. But
it's not what it
is. Then you'd be like, you've got the respect of the fans. Like, he doesn't love that club. He's just there. Quick fix, but hasn't worked.
He admitted in the press conference afterwards that he hasn't lived up to expectations. First time he said anything as bold as that about himself since joining. So there's something going on. There's some sort of realization.
Do you remember around this time around Moyes when it was obvious Moyes was going to go, and all the rumours were that Ferguson was going to come back?
These have started again.
It's just,
Ferguson
why
is not
Ferguson
going
gonna
back.
come back to like finish 50
Because
or
that is the ultimate red
be honest,
top.
they
Red
could
top.
scrape into top four.
Why is Mohamed Sacco thing?
I just hope Ryan Giggs gets a job. It'd be hilarious.
It would be pretty funny. This is the biggest news that's happened since we recorded our last show. Is that? Oh, by the way, the thing about Van Gaal, he's over at his daughter's birthday party until tomorrow morning, and then he's coming back to have a meeting with Woodward, potentially about this story.
I wonder if it'd be any another panic buy in January. That's what I wonder.
Would
like,
you not
you
be?
don't know.
Would you not be?
100 million bail
Would you not be
league.
surprised if there wasn't?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they went and go.
There's not that many players available, though, is there? Like, Mata was
What,
available.
what if they threw 50 million at Cavani?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, he's not worth it. But
PSG are having a great year.
He's
He's
not
on the
enjoying it.
outskirts, but like PSG are probably the best they've been with Di Maria. So they are in with an outside bet of the Champions League. They're going to win everything in France. Why not
never
collect
know,
your medals and then?
unless PSG go. Like, I don't know if there's any financial fair play. And they might have to go by a few laws at the moment. They might go 50 million for him. Fine. We'll fucking
yeah,
we'll
but
buy
why
a
would
top
Cavani
striker.
give out
And
his
we'll go
last-
for Benzema in the summer.
Yeah, but why would
You know what I
Cavani
mean?
give
They
out
want it now,
his-
though. They want to ensure that all their good work. You know, it's
Well,
nice.
I'm just using him as
It's
a
nice to have a-
hypothetical
it's nice to have a
transfer.
But no, John was
It'd be a
right
panic
by
buy.
saying who is out there, and I don't know if Cavani in the middle of the season right now is out there. I actually kind of
You
agree
needed
with you.
players that are on like the out, like being dropped by players, like not even getting in the squad type.
I don't know if they threw money at Lukaku.
That's the one.
Well, something like that.
Well, yeah, that could happen.
I'd say
I
that
don't know.
could
Like,
definitely
that's
happen.
like there's your Everton not doing anything. Man United doing anything.
Everton
What's he got to
trophies.
lose?
Well, unless
Yeah.
Everton,
I can't wait to talk
unless
about
Everton
Everton.
win
Merton
tomorrow.
is putting 60 million price tag on him.
Sure.
So
That's not a lot.
Not for United, right? Yeah, the biggest news that we didn't get to speak about because of the lack of shows recently is the Madrid and Atletico transfer bans. So this comes into effect in the summer. The January is the last time. This transfer window is the last time they can buy for. Is it 2 windows, one season?
but
Yeah.
they're looking to both appeal it, but I don't think because they want to get the extra transfer window that Barca had.
I presume Barca appealed it.
Barca appealed it.
appealed it, but
Did anything happen?
Theirs was later in the.
Theirs was given in April.
Yeah, so they were allowed the summer transfer window, but because it's so far away from the summer, the decision wouldn't take.
Yeah, it
time.
wouldn't be done in time, and also they've been given three. They were given about at least 3 weeks in the January window if they want to do something. You know, so I don't think it should be.
But did
put
they buy
back.
a lot of players for this? Didn't they? They knew.
Like I think the only problem is if they want to get Ronaldo or something like that, or I don't know, like they can't really get rid of him now because
I think they're just links that the paper set up. I don't think they want Ronaldo to go anywhere.
Yeah, I think.
well,
do you know what?
his behavior on the pitch has been
Yeah, he's been.
He's
been
been
a bit
very
bold,
petulant.
lately. Very. He's gone back to 2006 petulant Ronaldo, who was a puffball. You know, at the time.
I still don't know if they
Football's
want
an excellent, it's-
rid of him. You know what I would say? The one good thing potentially coming out of the ban for them is the fact that they know they're going to hang on to their really, really big assets for quite some time.
But would you not think to recycle the team a bit, let Benzema go, get say Lewandowski in, or get Muller in, or get a?
I'm sure they'd love to do that.
You know what I mean? I just recycle one or two, maybe
I'm sure they'd
let
love
Ham
to.
maybe go, and maybe
I'm not saying it's a good situation for
Yeah.
them. This is silver lining, maybe. Buffon to retire in 2018.
after the World Cup.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Which I can't believe he's doing another 2.5 years.
I can.
What age is he now? 38? 39? Must be 38.
Must be.
Is he the best keeper? Well, he's probably, well, him and Casillas are two best keepers of our generation. Oliver Kahn was maybe the generation before, but
I'd say, see, Buffon spans both those generations.
well, so is Casillas.
Because
Casillas made his debut in like 97.
yeah, but Casillas,
Yeah, but he wasn't the best
he,
back then.
yeah, but I'd
was
say
a more
Buffon.
recent.
I'd say Buffon has been in the top 5 longer than Casillas was ever in the top 5.
Yeah, like Casillas is come and gone in the time Buffon's still in the top. 5.
Exactly. Yeah. He's
No,
got
I
more
was-
longevity.
I was so worried with Buffon in 2013. That Confeds Cup, it's like,
He
oh,
did- look,
Gigi, you're gone. I was worried he wouldn't make the Italian squad. Almost, it was like,
yeah.
or he'd be dropped, or. But I tell you, he
It
came
really,
back.
it was the resurgence of Juve and then especially the idea that Juve could do well in Europe that
Yeah,
that got him
I
back.
think definitely Antonio Conte and Massimo Allegri
Mhm.
give him a lot of praise. Obviously, whatever they said to him, or maybe had him training differently, or something, because I remember he made a save against City this year. It was like fucking hell. Like I think it was at the. It was
against Sterling, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was I don't know how he saved it. It was like reflex of a 23-year-old.
Sure.
And like it was amazing. So it's great to see him stand from one more World Cup.
Neymar to sign a new contract before the transfer window. Maybe it was like late November, December. There was the madness came out that United in the summer had actually tried to get Neymar.
I'd say they did, but he's not going anywhere. Like it's ridiculous.
No, he's not.
Like he will be at Barcelona for the next 10 years because they can build a club around him.
The thing about the Barcelona front three is that a lot of places have reported that to sustain the three of them, and especially with the idea that they might have to pay every one of them a little bit more as times go on, as contracts get renegotiated.
There was rumours today.
It's not actually easy to be able to keep all three. It won't be easy to keep all three for a long time. Is this?
Well, because of the interview Suarez did today.
Oh, I wouldn't read into that.
No, the reports are like it was a joke.
Did you hear that?
Because they're already thinking of replacing Suarez with your man. Who's your man at Juve? Young lad, Ardas, something.
They're thinking about doing that already.
Yeah, Dybala, that was it. So they're
wow. Okay.
That's
because Suarez is getting old enough now.
What is he? 28.
He's just turned 29, right?
Is he not gone 30?
Well, no. he's still got a few years.
Well, like, he does, but Barca, you have to keep replacing things.
I think Pogba will be the big one to come in. I think they'll.
He's certainly going to replace Suarez, Dan. But I know what you mean.
No, well,
I still don't think that Pogba is right for Barcelona.
No.
By the way,
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying they need a big name.
Do they?
Well,
they can ride the Messi Neymar train out for as long as they want. Okay.
By the way, who's second best? Who would you have behind Messi?
In the world?
D'Or, obviously, Messi winning it. Ronaldo was second. Neymar was third. Would you have right now? Okay, say Messi's first. Who would you have second?
Suarez.
You both have Suarez, would you?
Yeah. Like Neymar's good. Like he's great.
Oh, he's great.
Neymar is great, and and Neymar could get better. But the thing about Suarez is Suarez can do anything from anywhere, and he's got the set piece thing, which he doesn't get to show because of Messi. But he has that. Like
Neymar has it as well.
Sure. I'm sure Neymar does as well. I just think Suarez just has more experience, and I think that
he's a bit more street.
He does more as well.
He does.
His work rate is. What game was I watching? It was the Athletic Bilbao last week. First minute, Suarez ran in and got the keeper sent off. Like he just held on. Like it was a long ball over the top, aimless kind of, not aimless, but and defender kind of let it go for the keeper. Keeper didn't react quick enough, and Suarez was like, somewhere like an annoying fly that needed to be swatted. And he got in and he nicked around the keeper, and the keeper took him down. 85 minutes to go, 10 men against Barca at the Nou Camp. Game over.
Quite amazing.
Like little things like that he would do, which they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Which is why he might have the edge.
He's still a tenacious dog. Football 365 had a really good column today. Top 10 glorious bastard strikers. Just about, the down and dirty centre forwards of the world and history. It's really, really good. Obviously Suarez in there. Okay, will we talk
Shearer
about...
in there?
Oh, yeah. Third?
That's good, yeah. I would have given
What
it
was
to
the
him.
top three?
Will I get it up for you here?
Well, like badass strikers or
No, just bastards.
Yeah, literally bastards.
Balotelli?
No, he's not.
He's not.
Glorious.
Okay, I'll do the top 10 here. Okay, here we go. Bergkamp, Drogba, Edmundo,
Goal.
Mick Hartford. Stoke have just scored at Anfield
Arnautovic.
in the last minute of injury time in the first half. As I said to Dan when you were out of the room, or who did I say it to? Sorry, I said to Dan when John was out. John, this is going to penalties.
Yes.
100%. Mick Hartford, Diego Costa, Mark Hughes.
He had to be number one heel, wouldn't he?
Well, he's number one at the moment. This is in order now. So 4, Suarez. Okay,
Yeah.
and he's
offside. No, he is. Yeah, he is.
That's great, isn't it? Loving that happens.
By the way, Arnautovic has turned into like a really cracking player, isn't he?
He does goals.
Like when he joined Stoke, I wasn't too sure on him, but I think the last 18 months he's
Look at Charlie Adam. He's delighted.
Just opening a can with old Chopper.
Yeah,
opening a picture of him watching the golf and they turned like Brazzers or something.
Just to clarify this list, and you were asking what kind. It really says it all here in the Luis Suarez, who is number 4 in the list. It says, being racist to an opponent comes under the banner of abhorrent behaviour rather than bastardry. but biting, feigning injury, rolling around on the turf, and pressing studs into the Achilles tendon of the opponent all counts as being a bastard. So that's what the criteria is.
Football 365 classic.
So number 3 is Duncan Ferguson.
This is the only list.
Just
of
remember
Duncan
he
Ferguson would have
headbutted your
been
man. I can't remember who he headbutted. He got like a 15-game ban.
Yep, they talk about that here. Alan Shearer is 2.
outrageous. Who's number 1?
And number 1 is Hristo Stoichkov. There you go.
Bulgarian lad.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
1994, he was like player of the tournament.
In 1985, he was banned for life. they
doing
repealed
what?
that, obviously. What did he do? For standing on a referee's foot at Barcelona.
Do you know Edmundo? do you know Edmundo's on the
What
list?
a
What number
playboy.
was he?
Edmundo was 7.
Do you know what he did once? He got a monkey completely pissed off his head. He kept giving the monkey beer.
See, Dan, I
At his
clarified
children's
what
party.
makes him a bastard striker. This has nothing
Well,
to
he
do.
also was punched and he's got sent off, I'd say about 100 times. He's a mad Brazilian man.
100 times.
Shall we talk about the Premier League from last week? I
Sure.
kind of need to watch it.
More monkey drunk stories.
The greatest, worst football match. And by the way, I said this to my wife before Robbie Savage said it on commentary. This is all true. Actually, it was Michael
Should
Owen
really
who said
be
it.
advertising to our listeners that you have the same footballing opinion as Robbie Savage?
Only this time because it's true. I like to think this is true. It was the greatest, worst match in football history. Liverpool against Norwich City at Carrow Road. Let's see if we can do this. Lallana got them off the mark at 19
No, he
minutes.
Firmino.
Firmino got them off the mark at 19
So you're
minutes.
wrong already.
Oh my god. Then Norwich equalised 29th. Then Naismith scored his first goal for Norwich on
By
his
the way,
first.
Neil didn't know Naismith was playing for Norwich.
Alright, no, I didn't.
He just
That was
showed
a
up.
great signing. They
Oh,
actually,
he's a top player. I think he's a really good player.
apart the many goals they gave Liverpool, I think that's a good signing. That might keep them up.
He's great.
Right, let me get through this, lads. And then
Me
the
too.
start of the second half,
Your Everton love.
penalty awarded, foul on Moreno. Wes Hoolahan converted 54 minutes trying a dink, which went wrong, but he still scored. Then Liverpool scored 3 goals in a row. Henderson, Firmino, Milner. Then Basong scored in the 93rd minute, and Adam Lallana scored in the 94th minute. And then we've all seen the videos, and Benteke broke Jurgen Klopp's
I
glasses.
feel kind of bad for Norwich, except for these two things. Russell Martin's back pass from Milner's goal was just like, you deserve to lose for doing that. And also Basong's celebration. Like, I know he thought he got the last minute equaliser.
And he was right.
I
too.
know he kind of looks stupid now, but he was like running to his bench and all that sort of stuff.
This
And
seems to be a little bit of a running theme in the Premier League where people score these supposed last minute winners, celebrate like lunatics, and then there's an equalising goal. Like it happened to Everton and Chelsea last week.
it's happened to Everton twice.
It's happened to Everton twice
Idiots.
this year, yeah.
Bournemouth, yeah.
But
Even though that game against Bournemouth was 3-2 after 85 minutes.
But like I watched the Liverpool Norwich match, and it was obviously the best worst match ever. But it gets even worse when you watch the goals. Like Liverpool's 3 goal, like Henderson's and Firmino's second.
The comeback
where
goals.
the song just God knows where he is. Like he got a nice goal, obviously, but
Between Liverpool's lack
so
of being
bad.
able to defend set pieces, which is a season-long story, and Norwich literally deciding that it would be more fun if they gave Liverpool a little bit, threw them a bone
yeah,
to allow for these guys.
Like I thought Liverpool were absolutely terrible.
yes.
I think it was. I said to you guys when it was 3-1, it was worse I've seen you play all season. And you got stuffed at West Ham. You've had some really
We
like,
were
you
worse at
thrown
Watford.
at Watford.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
I thought you were just.
And then West Ham was
Awful.
just too average.
Yeah.
I just thought you were terrible, and like I admire your courage to keep trying to play.
So does
But
Klopp.
that's really not. Is that what you base?
No, it's not ideal.
But I've never seen defending from both teams. In my what Moreno was doing for the penalty, he gave away 2 penalties.
I'm amazed Moreno. played there.
Basong was all over the place. Russell Martin.
Am I right by saying Moreno didn't get booked in the entire match? And he had
He
like
should have had it.
but he had
He got
another
about
one.
8 bad tackles. He was having a great time.
Um,
So
I don't know what to
who
say
else
about
was
this
there? Then
match.
there was
Moreno's the type of player that fools me into thinking he's good.
I still think
he's terrible going forward and he can't defend, but I still would.
Created more
stand up.
chances than
How many assists does he have? Probably none. The
That's
opponent
not be-
gives him the ball and he
That's not
crosses
because the
it.
chances he creates aren't good. It's because we don't have anybody to finish unless they get back passes from Norwich. This is true.
Liverpool should have
This
gone
is a fact.
2-0 up though, and that probably would have ended the game if Milner had taken.
but there was
the
only I
shots
think
and
there was
the ball.
11 shots on target,
Yeah.
and like it was just
At one stage there was
6
6 and 5 goals, right?
6 goals,
6 and 6.
6 and 6. But it was just both teams just there was no structure to the game. If you were looking at it, there was no midfield. There was no one just wanted to put their foot in the ball.
I think Liverpool made a mistake, and it's a mistake that they're making here in this match as well that we're watching against Stoke. I don't think you can play two forward-thinking players. I don't think you can only play two attackers, especially when one of them is playing as a false nine and he's not a centre forward. Is that not like very negative? You know, you're stuffing the midfield with all these average midfield players. You've got Lucas, you've got Chan, you've got Hendo, you've got Milner, and then you're putting.
See, but the thing is, they all kind of do the same job.
See, this is the point.
They don't really. There's no one.
You sacrifice.
They all run around a lot. They all put their foot in. They don't really. I don't think you've got one ball player midfielder. I know John rates Henderson a bit. I still think he's a bit hit and miss. Milner hasn't shown what he had before. I don't know what Chan offers except running around.
I don't know.
He's got a great haircut.
Yeah. No, I think Chan is.
Jordan Ibe is a defensive winger, if that makes sense. He's better chasing the full back than going forward sometimes.
I don't know.
And then you left with a
Don't
guy
think
who's not
so.
even a centre forward up front.
Point is, look,
But you
And we
still scored 5 goals.
look, it's a makeshift team. And whatever about who, I don't give a shit. Just play three. Okay, sacrifice somebody for one. In this case, they could have sacrificed Milner for Lallana. Tonight, they could sacrifice Milner or Chan for Ibe.
Just get a cross and crucify him outside. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what more we can say about this match. I'm sure everybody saw the highlights.
I just want to
There's
say one
no-
thing.
Torre.
Just because the video was going about of the time when Suarez got the first hat-trick there and the fan ran on, gave Suarez a hug, gave the wanker signs to the thing, and then mooned the crowd before being... It's just an excellent video. It should be sought out by all listeners.
It was pretty great. That was when we had that really sleek black jersey that everyone forgets about. Remember the black with the white lettering?
Yes, I do.
With
That was a nice
Carol Suarez here. Okay, West Brom and Aston Villa at the
You
Hawthorns.
can move on. You can honestly
Skip.
move on. Move
Sure.
on.
West Brom had no shots.
No, there was like 3 shots in the match. I think the highlight was a throw in by Macaulay. It was about it.
Let's jump
More
ahead
about
here.
throw-ins later.
Okay, all right. Watford and Newcastle at Vicarage Road. Gallo on 46 minutes and Cathcart
The
on
highlight
58.
for this match was who scored for Newcastle?
Lascelles.
Lascelles.
Sorry.
Lascelles kissing the Wonga sign when he celebrated.
Instead of the crest. That's excellent. Of all the sponsors,
Papi
only
Cisse.
minute they were still
Remember
sponsored by
Papi Cisse
Newcastle.
wanted to leave because they were sponsored by a casino.
Yeah.
And so it was against his religion. Then he signed a brand new contract with a big bumper payout.
You know, you got to
just
be
like-
And then
creative.
went to the casino.
You got to be
Then
creative.
he went to the casino.
Did he actually?
He went to the casino.
I've
He
been to the casino. It's
He
lovely.
says he used, I want to leave Newcastle because it's against my religion to condone gambling. Then he took a pay rise from the club and then went to a casino.
Around like a
Absolutely true.
maybe a 10-minute walk from the stadium. There's this thing that like looks like a shopping center, but it's actually all bars, and upstairs the casino. It's the most magical place.
You got to be like, look at Yaya and the birthday cake. You have to be creative when renegotiating these days.
What's
'Cause
it with, like,
fans?
what's it
Fans
all-
can see through you.
There's a lot of
Like Suarez keeps getting banned whenever he wants to move.
yeah.
It's just a better way of doing it. It works. It's
Well-
worked. Has it not worked yet?
Cisse's still there.
But he got his contract.
So
and
is Yaya.
he-
So both times you mentioned it.
they got more money. Renegotiating contract.
Did Yaya sign a new deal? I don't think so. I don't think Yaya will be there next year, to be honest.
I think
You say this every
I think
year.
there'll be a statue of Yaya outside.
I just,
That's just yeah on his way to training.
by the way, to that one listener who actually agreed with me about Yaya, you know who you are, and you know you're right as well. So.
Is that the guy who's dethroned you at the top? Oh, dethroned Noel as number 2 in the fantasy league.
No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Noel's not second anymore.
Oh, I gave it away.
You just said he got thrown to second place.
Yeah, I said, I gave it away.
Oh, I thought you said I gave it.
No,
I,
you
I
didn't.
listened to you guys this week and triple captained a certain world class striker.
Who? Oh, Lukaku.
Yeah, and
Look,
he proved me right. Considering that he's a fool.
You can't be happy about this.
60 million to United. There you go. Take it.
We'll get there. Sunderland and Bournemouth 1-1 at Stadium of Light. Van Aanholt and Phoebe.
Bournemouth
Phoebe.
destroyed them.
Bournemouth will stay up. Benica Phoebe, he's actually he went in. He's got 2 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, he's been.
He's banging them in the lower leagues.
Has he been
But
giving us an own
Dons
goal, has
and
The Sunderland goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, your man who hit it's got 3 goals and
who?
the Sunderland goal.
Van Aanholt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 goals.
No, but
3
this is
games.
a Phoebe lad. I think he, especially with Callum Wilson there, I think they've got a guy who will score goals because I seen him in Wolves on MK Dons in the lower leagues, and you can see he's good. Like he's on He got 10 or 11 goals in the Championship in the first 5 months, but at Wolves, they weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So, and he did really well with MK Dons before that. He scored, I think, a hat-trick against Man United last year. 2 goals in the Carling Cup.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. He's a good player.
Speaking of United, we kind of touched on this earlier, the Southampton game. 3 shots on target. United had 1 of those.
The mouse was on the field.
The mouse was the best part of the match.
Okay, I didn't see the mouse.
A mouse came on, and the commentators go. My mum, they were at Ennis, and my mum went shopping, and Dad's like, well, I'm just going to go to the pub. Oh, Man United are on, I'll just watch that. And he said, it had to be the worst match I've ever seen. And then he left the pub. And then
Your dad
John
has seen quite a few football matches.
he's in his 61 years, yeah. He's seen quite a lot, and he says it was the worst thing he's ever seen. And he says there's nothing happening.
Wow.
It was honestly terrible, though.
Is
Charlie
this
Austin with a
including
nice
when he
debut,
had to go see you be a goalkeeper back in the day?
They were great matches, because I let in 7 goals a game, wasn't it?
But yet
It
you'll
was the
slate
Mingale
Liverpool
all
and
the time.
Newcastle. Sorry?
That's why
Or-
Dan
or
doesn't
Norwich.
slate Mingale all that much, because just throw back to
I generally have a pop with him every show.
Yeah.
Charlie
Um,
Austin with a debut goal though.
Tell me more about the mouse.
Small enough.
Little Jerry.
Did he frighten any of the players?
Frighten Van Hal. Fucking bring on another defender.
Did we
or
talk
something.
about Ronald Koeman calling the journalist a fat man?
That was funny.
No.
It was very
Um,
amusing. He's a big guy though, and he writes for the Sun, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, didn't Van Hal called somebody fat boy as well?
When he
That's what I'm
called.
saying.
He called. No, maybe it was Van Hal who said it.
Yeah, it's Van Hal said it.
That's what I said.
No, you
He said
said
Koeman.
Coleman.
Same thing.
They're just both Dutch. That's
Both
it.
Dutch. Both,
Wow,
both
generalising
have
here.
Both,
skin.
both Barcelona connections. That's about it.
Yeah.
If you said that about somebody in the African
Irish,
Cup of
man.
Nations, we'd get a fucking horrible time. So don't say it about the Dutch either.
So they're big as racist than anyone.
There you
Who?
go.
The Dutch? That doesn't mean we get to
Always
do it.
trust Dan to say something
Yeah.
more.
Okay. Yep.
Well,
That's
why
true.
didn't anyone go in for Charlie Austin for 4 million? Why didn't you guys go in for 4 million?
Because if we
Because we already
bid-
bought Danny Ings. You can only have one of the
If we bid for
mediocre
him,
to good
it'd go
British
by
players.
10 million.
He, for £4 million, honestly, that's a tax write-off at the end of the year.
100 grand a week.
It's nothing.
I did say last year.
He's on 100 grand a week.
Southampton are not paying 100 grand. A
They're
week.
paying him 100 grand a week.
That is an absolute fib.
It's
No way in hell are
Calm
Southampton paying
down.
100 grand a week.
Calm
for
down.
They're
him.
paying him. That's what they're paying him.
Neil,
Did I not
they're
say?
not.
Did I don't know about this. Did I not say last year when we were doing our first season of this show that Liverpool need to sign Danny Ings and Charlie Austin? Did I not say that? Both
Yeah.
of them. Okay,
It's
great.
outrageous.
Yeah, Austin's good. I've always
Could have made
rated
us look
Austin.
more of a mid-table.
Do
club.
you think that this season would be the way it was if Danny Ings wasn't injured?
No. but
You're a fucking liar. How dare you? Danny Ings would have gotten all the goals.
I think
Yeah,
he'd
like
be
Christian
perfect in your
Benteke.
no.
I
he'd
think,
be
I think
perfect
you
in your
realise
play, and you could sell Hugo
your opinion on
like
strikers
we've been
is-
saying he wouldn't fit in.
Lads,
Well,
Don't.
Okay,
I
you get
just don't wanna
Addington
do it.
free and 32 million for
Give Charlie
Hugo.
Austin more than one match against a terrible United team.
Austin will, if Austin scores, hypothetically, if he scores 10 goals up until the end of the season, he's going to the Euros. That's what's happening. Think about it.
yeah.
I think
quite
he can get
incredible.
5 goals and go to the Euros.
If he scores, say 6 more, 7 more, he'll go to the Euros.
Okay, let's move on. I'm sweating really badly. Leicester City against Stoke, the King Power
This is
Stadium.
excellent Punditry is turning on. isn't it?
Vardy, after people starting to write him off, had back on the score sheet 3-0.
It was a Stoke team the second string Stoke team that
Because they're preparing for tonight.
yeah, and they were kind of holding on till the 0-0. Well, they weren't until the Drinkwater deflected shot that was going in.
Sure.
But yeah, it
Thanks
was a
for
nice
that,
finish
Dan.
by Vardy. Great skill by Mahrez to set up the third.
Yeah.
But
Look at this magic lad.
Dan is talking about rugby league.
We're gonna have to. We're going back to the Stoke because of this result. That Leicester are back on top, which is just the fact it's fucking almost.
John, are you
February.
going to say now that Leicester, because you said they're going to fall away, they haven't played anyone good, they're top now.
We all said they were going to fall away. We all
Yeah,
said everybody in the world
Dan
said
turned
they were
around to
gonna
me
fall
on
away.
Saturday or on Sunday and was like, told you they'd still be in with the league if they were still a couple of points to Arsenal. We'll go to Arsenal and realise that if you go with Arsenal and their average points at the minute, they're about the most points that they can get now would be an average season for Arsene Wenger. He's been here for 19 years, and 10 of those years they've got more points than they can get this year. So it's an average season.
That's indicative of the league, though. Everybody's like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So they're doing fine. They're still there. They'll probably win the league, and I hope they do at this point. But
Well,
I
no,
don't-
all
It
I'm
will be
saying
the
is
league
though that
table,
Leicester are still...
and let's be honest, City are winning the league.
Yeah.
A company apparently is back in 2 weeks as well. Now, if he doesn't break down again, if company stays fit for 3 or 4 months, they'll win the league. I don't trust Michel as not a Mendy.
Yeah.
The top 4 will probably stay as it is, though.
Oh, the top 4 are definitely the 4 best teams this year. Everyone else is shite.
Yeah. Okay. Crystal Palace and Spurs at Selhurst Park. This is another example. Like Palace have had a real dip since Christmas.
Yeah.
It was 3-1 to Spurs. Harry Kane, Dele Alli with a
Palace were good in this
wonder
match, though.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they held them for a while. Spurs didn't score until the 63rd minute. Palace had gone one up from a Vertonghen own goal. Vertonghen's also injured now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dele
He got an
Alli's
elbow and somehow like fucked up his knee all
Yeah,
at the same time.
yeah.
It was horrible to watch.
Dele Alli scored an absolute cracking
it's
goal. One of the goals of the season. It will be.
Although there was a massive overreaction to it. Like, not saying that it was bad, but like Soccer Saturday.
Twitter, not let's just say standing and applauding. It's like, come on.
There was people on Twitter saying the football should just end now. It's not going to get better than that. No, that's not.
Do you know
That's
why?
not true. I made that up.
Do you know why Latisse went so mental for that goal?
Because he could score something himself.
Because it was reminiscent of one of those kind
Yeah, but
of
Letizier's
reminiscent.
Letizier's scored 3 better goals than that.
Sure. Dele Alli's like fucking 15 though, so I'm sure he'll have
But I was
plenty
going to
more.
say, Palace were like I thought improved. They hit the crossbar. Like they came close to going 2-1 up. But for both Dele Alli and Kane's goals, they were very slow defending. Like, you know what I mean? They could have cleared, and they were just standing there waiting for the ball to. But Spurs should be their best team in the league, arguably season long. But they just keep drawing matches.
Yeah. Another team that we all said would fall off by now, and they're just doing great, and they still are doing
Did we
great
say
against
they
the
fall off?
Giants or West Ham.
Oh, West Ham. Sorry, I thought you were still.
No.
Was he not your first man sacked?
Yes, he got sent off twice in the Europa League qualifiers.
Sure, my first man sacked was Ranieri in their top of the league.
Yeah,
Glad you admitted it.
I'd love if Dan says the first person sacked wins the league. Like, how funny! Like, the awards are already going to be great at the end of the year.
They're gonna be
I don't
phenomenal.
think we're literally going to get 1 or 2 points each. If
I'm
we get
gonna-
3 points.
I think I'll be grand because I think I'm the only person who didn't have Liverpool in the top 4.
I didn't have Liverpool top 4.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure
Definitely
he
did not have Liverpool top 4.
did. Ener Valencia with 2
You had
and
United to win the league, though.
Ener Valencia with 2. What was that?
You had United to win the league.
Oh yeah,
They were
I did.
convinced they were going to win
We
it.
all picked different teams. I picked
Yep.
Arsenal.
I picked Chelsea. So technically mine is...
Hey, yours is worse than mine.
Yeah, but who honestly would have thought Chelsea be 16th in the league?
So
Honestly, what odds was that?
Let
About
it be said that Dan said that Chelsea. So out of the three of us, the team with the least points who were tipped to win the league were Chelsea. That's Dan, and Dan also selected that the first
Leicester,
manager
yeah.
sacked is the Champions Elect's manager. So that's okay.
I don't know,
Why do you
right,
people listen to this show?
Now, if I can just read
I did
these-
say Aston Villa would
would
go
you
down,
shut
to
up
be
for a
fair.
second? Ener Valencia with 2 goals and then Aguero with 2. Now continue.
Oh, that's a lovely
Who at the
noise for
post?
the listeners. Firmino.
For City were better in the second half, but I think 2-2 is a fair result.
No, West Ham better team.
Well,
Yeah,
better
West Ham were
West
the
Ham were a
better
better team in the
team.
first.
Aguero almost got a goal that I would have preferred to Dele Alli's. A chip, like,
It was great, yeah.
it was incredible. Was it cleared off the line or was it saved?
It was clear off the line, I think. No, but Aguero now, he's starting to get into a bit of form. 4 or 5 games now he's played in a row, 90 minutes.
That's big for him.
You know, just talking about injuries, if Company comes back and Aguero, if he doesn't get injured, he'll be top scorer.
Do West Ham finish 5th this year?
Payet is back and they look like a different team again. I saw amazing stuff. They've only lost twice with Payet in the team.
He's
and
incredible.
then they've got like 25% win ratio without him. Sorry. So it's
A huge difference.
he's class.
Everton and Swansea. This is amazing. We talked about Everton loss. This was at Goodison Park. They lost 2-1. It was only an own goal was how they got on the score sheet. Sigurdsson and Ayew with 2 in the first half for Swansea, and they held the game out. Like this whole everything going forward are great. Not so much in this match, but in general.
If Everton don't win tomorrow, Martinez will not be there next year.
Yeah, a lot of people have been making the point that of all the managers this year who've come under pressure, that Martinez has gotten the free ride. Also, their issue is similar to Liverpool's, except a little bit more dramatic both ways. When they attack, when they have a game and the front three, which they've 5 people who fit into that front three and they're almost always good, when they click, there's usually goals there and they look really exciting. But they're leaking goals terribly.
Do you
Now,
think
hold on, if I can finish. John Stones, right? 40 million quid, okay, is a part of this defence, okay? 2 of the supposed best fullbacks in the league Coleman and Baines part of this defence. Surely this defence is nothing near the way it was cracked up to be.
Well, team full of international defenders. Like.
Well, the one thing I will say, I was telling John,
Jagielka comes in.
I think Howard is not inspiring anyone with confidence. Coleman and Baines play so far forward that the two centre half split so much and they tried to play out like
this wasn't the issue last year, Dan.
They were saying on Match of the Day that
this wasn't the same. It was pretty much the same last year.
They were saying on Match of the Day that Gareth Barry's one of the best England players of all time or whatever.
They said that.
That
was Sky, wasn't it?
Sky. Yeah.
He did it.
Sorry, Match of the Day was Tim Sherwood saying
tactics. Tim.
It's like if that fell is anywhere on the pitch, it's a penalty. Which is about James Milner's.
No, but I think
that's great all.
By the way, that was a penalty.
Yeah, but Liverpool. Firmino got dragged in the box, so
I think
6-5 we'll call it.
6-5. So hold on.
I think though that the way
I haven't been watching this. Liverpool should have had a penalty, and the goal was offside for Stoke.
The penalty was at
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about this. Sorry, go ahead.
There's one Flanagan. But no, I think with Everton though that without Jagielka as well, they don't have anyone to kind of tell them to stop playing out. Almost, I think it must be direct instruction from Martinez.
Yes,
that's the only thing I can think of. But like, how would you put it? Like Martinez, like if he has a school report, what would you say? Must do better. Should be doing better.
Unsatisfactory.
But he could go in the car and go.
I think they could.
Sure.
Like you don't know. Like if you put a really good centre half in beside Stones and a new goalkeeper, I don't think they'd be down where they are.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You just don't think that Stones had like 1.5 good seasons, and now this year it's kind
Stones
of
is still excellent on the ball. He just takes. It's like
he takes a lot of time.
He takes 2 or 3 extra touches instead of just 1 extra touch. It's like, sure, he gave away the goal on Howard farting around the corner. He nearly did it against Spurs as well. He was doing Cruyff turns in the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think Martinez will be telling him to do that much. I think he wants to play it out from the back, keep playing out from the back, but there's no way he's saying do that. No manager in the world would say that.
Finally, we had Arsenal versus Chelsea. So obviously the narrative going into this game is what happened the first time these two teams met with Gabriel and Costa, and we had a similar people in the headlines in the sense that Costa was taken down when he could have just kept going by Mertesacker. It was given as a red card, and then Costa scored from Ivanovic cross a few seconds later. Was it definitely a red card?
Yes.
He didn't touch him, but
it's a red.
I still think though, if you have to jump over a tackle to avoid it,
Costa had the choice between
taking on
one-on-one with Peter Cech or the Arsenal going down 10 men.
And he did the right thing. Me and John both said that's game over. And as soon as Chelsea scored,
and Arsene Wenger obviously agreed with us because he took off his only striker and left on Theo Walcott.
I think what he said was after the game was he wanted Campbell and Walcott, because he knew they'd have to counter-attack. But like, you can't counter-attack if you don't. You need to have, if you're so far back and you're pushed so far back, your counter-attacking speed it's going to be from 20 yards.
I honestly think that Arsene Wenger,
if Giroud was up there, he could have held it up.
Was settling for 0-0 because you could see, because that's all he needed.
Yeah,
and then Chelsea scored, and it was game over. Like we watched the entire thing, but
I thought it was just like what Mertesacker was doing. I don't know.
Sanchez looked like a man who hadn't seen a football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Walcott's awful. I remember Liverpool being linked with Walcott last year, and like the reports seemed true because he wasn't getting into the Arsenal team, and you know Arsenal do sell players. And I got really excited because I like Walcott, and he was absolutely awful. Like if we were linked with him now, I wouldn't be. I'd be like he's terrible.
Well,
really.
And all Arsenal's best chances came to Flamini, which was hilarious.
The one he skipped over the bar was just. But like I think though with the Arsenal game, it was a red card, but I just heard to John, a possible good match has just been completely ruined, and we were sitting there for an hour watching paint dry. Like Chelsea, to be fair, were the better team before it went 1-0 or the red card, but Chelsea were literally Chelsea-man like. As soon as they was like, oh, let's just keep the ball, and they defended by keeping the ball, and Arsenal couldn't get near them, you know.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, this is it, lads.
Oh, good block.
Fucking psycho.
Good block. Walters have a chance.
All right, lads. Goal of the week. I'll go with Dele Alli because I know it's the obvious choice, but I didn't see any crackers from around here. Oh no, wait, no. I'll go for PSG's. I'll go for PSG's.
Di Maria?
Yeah, after
Yeah.
the keepy piece from Ibra.
Yeah, I'll go for Del Alli. And I was going to go for Di Maria otherwise, but Del Alli's goal was
Di
a bit
Maria.
magical.
Okay, lovely.
Sorry, Dali Ali, and sorry to the Spurs fan who I tweeted yesterday.
What did you say to the first Spurs fan
I
whom
said
you
it wasn't.
tweeted?
I said it wasn't as good as everyone says it is.
Oh Lord, your spoofer of the
Mercy.
week, John.
Oh, well, this like all the listeners know from the show, we watch football from all around the world, but you have to watch these friendlies every once in a while. And someone thought it'd be a good idea to put Boca Juniors and River Plate in a friendly.
Why?
And there was 5 red cards
What
at
did
9
Tevez do?
bookings. He got headbutted. Had a bit of a dive. Oh, it was great. Like it turned into a vine. Someone just 6 seconds of just red card challenges. It was horrific.
Oh, lads, actually, let me ask you this. So I have been having a hard time keeping up with a lot of news over the last couple of days. Been very busy and all that shite. And one thing that I keep hearing being referenced is Jose Mourinho sending a love letter to Man United. What exactly is this?
I think it wouldn't surprise me if it's true. It wouldn't surprise me if it's true at all.
He does it all the time. He did
Because
it.
he did it with Barca, and he had he had like a 3-hour presentation with Barca,
Yeah.
saying this is what I'm going to do for the club. This is my tactics. This is that. These are transfers. He did the Rafa Benitez thing on the blackboard.
So
at
just
time.
to clarify,
So I wouldn't surprise me if he's definitely wants that job.
just to
He wants
clarify,
to have one Moyes.
this isn't something he said publicly. Like the rumor is that he literally sent Man United a pitch.
I wouldn't. I think he'll be the manager next year. There.
He also did it to Liverpool in 2004 when he was
Oh fucking! Sorry.
Can I tell
Ball
a
bouncing in the
story
box
that I
again.
heard?
Is this for spoofer?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa!
Uh,
Jeez.
Sorry that I heard.
Christ, keeper.
Things are getting intense in the match. That's why I but
This just balls into the
big-
box.
Okay,
It's
we
hilarious.
need to wrap this up pretty soon, lads.
Big-
Lots of shouting in the mic.
Big Sam brought out his book there and he wrote a story. Now, the first time he met Alex Ferguson, he bought this big fancy bottle of wine. He was really excited to meet like one of his heroes or whatever. And anyway, he gets up there and they go up to the office and they sit down and Sam Allardyce slides the box over to Ferguson in a way to be like, here, you might enjoy this. We've got a nice bottle here. And Ferguson opens it and sees...
What is he doing?
Ferguson opens it and sees that it's a bottle of my waddy, and he goes, "I think you're mistaken here. This is not wine." Like, and Sam Allardyce apparently goes all red and starts screaming at his assistant, gets like all his coaches to all he's screaming at someone for robbing the wine and all that sort of stuff. Like he goes absolutely nuts.
Oh, he was the biggest lick ass to Ferguson.
And
Right.
Ferguson just starts there is laughing. Apparently Ferguson during the game had a assistant told his coach to go up to Sam Allardyce's office. He's unfit. Go up to Sam Allardyce's office and take the wine. I just thought it was an absolutely brilliant story. And another one on the side note.
That's a hero of the week in my
Cassano,
opinion.
who we all enjoy,
Oh.
had an
He
interview.
could have been in that top 10 list, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Pretty sure.
anyway, Cassano's asked, like, looking back in your football career, what would you say? And he just went, I ruined it for myself.
He's so
He
great.
played for Real Madrid.
He did.
And he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He was a great
Did not
man.
care.
That was like the worst Real Madrid kid of all time. I think you own it. Do you?
What?
Do you own that jersey? The purple one? Or
I don't know a purple one. No.
Dan, your spoofer of the week.
I have it written down here, was I? Okay. So the first one is a more funny note. Mark Lawrenson, where he said he was talking about Everton and their players coming back. You know, they've got Jackie Elka coming back. They've got Howard coming back. Peter.
Oh yeah.
And then he went on Pointless earlier that day, and he says a country beginning with A is Alaska. So good man, Mark.
Oh dear. What a dunder win.
And he was shocked that it was wrong. He was looking like, what? It's like it's definitely a state, you know. And there's another one, the big man, the big bad hero,
big bad hero.
big bad heel, should I say?
Who?
Anthony Taylor, the ref.
Oh. This.
After what he did,
This
it's the worst ever refereeing decision.
So we're allowed to do retrospective heroes just so we can mention this Leeds
Well,
thing.
we haven't had a show in 2 weeks.
Okay,
so
well
yeah.
then my retrospective hero is Gary Lineker for making the joke about
The penis.
the penis joke.
That
yeah.
was I could not stop laughing.
And
Gary
do you know
Lineker's been
so,
actually
do you know what the
magic
best
this
thing
year.
about that was? He, if you watch the clip, he tried to get it in twice.
Yes.
And then then it seems like he goes off, but then he somehow brings it
Yeah.
back just so he can do his joke. He's so the determination. You must appreciate that, John.
I care for it a lot.
Determination for
But anyone who didn't see, Anthony Taylor gave a goal to Leeds,
Jesus.
then went back and goes, wait a minute, it's not a goal. Ha ha ha.
Right decision.
And he... John. And then he refereed Swansea and Everton a week later, live on Sky Sports. He reffed a match.
So you think
I could not believe
you think this man
he's
should be
allowed
fired?
to referee a Premier League game. It's incredible.
You want to take the man's livelihood away? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, he should not be a referee. He should be refereeing in League One.
John, your hero of the week.
I know it's tough because I love the man, but I'm going with Jurgen Klopp for the Baywatch celebration for one.
Okay.
And also, he was getting interviewed by a woman today. It was obviously cold in Liverpool, so she was wearing a hat with a bubble on top. And he just said, "Hello, poodle," to her when the interview started.
Did you hear his press conference? He says it's always hard to find your glasses, especially when you've lost your glasses and you can't see. So you can't find your glasses because
And
you've
he also
lost them.
called Liverpool's defence rubbish, in fact.
Yeah.
He started another set piece. Doo!
And he referred to himself with his spare pair of glasses, his black glasses, which he's wearing tonight, as a serial killer. He says, now I look like the serial killer.
Did you do you notice about Klopp when he's talking and he's like,
he hasn't disappointed.
it's always just like, so another set piece, and he's always scratching his eyes like, yeah, another one, and he's always scratching his, here's a goal. Oh, he missed.
Sacco's been phenomenal.
Did you not see the header he had 5 minutes ago? Letting the ball bounce in the centre.
Okay, besides that, he's been great at getting himself. See, Dan, you were telling me this. You're like, Sacco just doesn't put his neck on the line. It's like, I kind of does. Like, he really does try and stretch.
Well, he doesn't that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But for corners, he just doesn't.
I don't think he understands. I think he has bad depth perception, which is great for a central defender. Your hero of the week, Dan.
Abel Xavier. Today, he was appointed the manager of Mozambique. Isn't that a great
I thought it was because that fancy football TV show that Frank Skinner and David Baddiel used to do, and they used to do when they brought it back for the Euros in 2004. They did moments of the Euros, and they brought back Abel Xavier, and he refused to do his handball for Portugal. So what they just did a black light and put a wig on Frank Skinner. So it was really bright white. It's just, anyway, that's always my
yeah, but he's manager of Mozambique, so fair play to him.
Dan,
fair play.
What was the last teaser you had?
Name every Real Madrid manager since the turn of millennium.
Oh, okay. Can you do it off the top of your head?
No, you can't.
Do you have the list there?
No.
On my phone.
Okay. Well, if you can get the list up and give it to me, and I will quiz you.
It's somewhere or not, I don't know.
Somewhere in. Oh. Okay, go for it.
Well, I would start with your man.
Oh no! Now I've seen this week's teaser. Let's see how many would I've gotten right. One.
Oh yeah, the answers on that I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right.
So the guy who won the World Cup, that fella, what's his name? Why can't I remember?
Del
Bosque. Yeah.
So he's already got it right.
Yeah. Then it went to Queiroz.
Yes.
Then it went to Jose Camacho,
Yes.
who only lasted like 3 weeks. Then I went to, was it Ramon?
Yes.
Van der Luxemburgo?
Best friend of Tokyo Sexwell. Yes.
Um,
Fucking name, huh?
That's outrageous.
oh, see, Tokyo Sexwell still in the FIFA
Van
race.
der
Of course he is.
Luxemburgo.
Do you remember him, no?
No, I don't.
No one
I
does.
clearly
Dan,
would.
you don't even remember him.
I do. He's a Brazilian manager.
That
Okay,
means
keep going.
nothing.
Keep
He
going.
managed Santos.
We have no way of proving you right here.
At Google?
We have Dan's phone and I'm watching the game.
There's a laptop right there.
Come on,
That's
Dan. Come on.
recording.
The other guy then was Castro, was it?
If you can't tell,
Car-
Carlos
Car-
is very much
Yeah,
Russian.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Then I went to Bernd Schuster, probably.
Yeah.
Then I went to Pellegrini then, was it?
No, you've missed one.
Oh no.
One day Ramos.
One day Ramos, yeah. Oh, he had 3 months in charge. Yeah.
Go me.
You are looking at the answer.
He's
No,
not.
not.
He's not.
Oh.
I've got
And
my.
then I went to
phone.
Pellegrini,
Yeah.
Jose,
Yeah.
Ancelotti,
Yeah.
Rafa,
Yeah.
and Zidane.
How's Dan doing?
Not great.
Well, they drew to Real Betis, and we're lucky to draw. Betis gave them a really
Told
good
you.
game.
All right, here you go. All right. Oh, look, we're at the end of the show. Okay, let's have a quick look at the fantasy standing.
There are you. It's only before extra time. That kind of thing.
So I'm not going to have like that Europa League thing.
Sorry, hold on. There's only a
So
way.
show us the
Sorry,
ball.
what were we saying?
So after extra time doesn't count.
It doesn't count. So what?
So it's up to 90. So if Stoke score one here, you have to score twice.
Yeah.
You have to score 3 times. Sorry,
No, twice.
no, 3 times.
No, it's twice.
No, because it'd be 2-2, and they'll go in on away goals.
No, because
No, it'd be 2-1.
3-2 if we score 2 goals.
I'm saying if Stoke scored another one,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's 2 away goals. That means you have to score 3.
No, we have to score
Yes.
2 then. Because it'd be 2-2
No.
on the night and 3-2 on aggregate.
Yes.
No, if Stoke score another goal, that's 2-0 Stoke. That means Liverpool have to score.
No, it's 2-1 Stoke because we won the first leg.
Yeah, as in 2-0 Stoke. They're a goal up.
Yes, if the match counted for this, but there was a first leg where Liverpool won 1-0, so technically the score is 1-1 as it says by the aggregate.
Yeah, as in.
So
yeah,
if Stoke score 1, it's then 2-1, and then if Liverpool score 2, it's then 3-2, so Liverpool go through.
yeah, you have to score more than them, as in because
No.
they have the 2 away goals. You have to make sure you beat them on the night.
No.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
Okay.
Kentucky!
All right.
Unlucky.
Okay.
I'm so down.
How have I gone down? Fucking Sean. All right. Let's see. I'm not going to bother with this. I'll just do from John on. 16th place, John. You've slipped.
I'm having a tough time.
Then
Like Liverpool, I'm focusing on the cups.
Then Ronan O'Reilly,
You still in
David
the group?
Brady, Darren Hillard, John
until Saturday.
Saunders, Kenny Murphy, Regis Kerr, Michael Tobin, Brian Donahue, James Byrne, Shane Lahart, Dave Nolte, Gary Kiernan. Noel Keeley dropped to 3. Stephen Vincent now up into 2nd, and 18 points ahead of Stephen Vincent is Dan. Well done, Dan. All right, everybody, if you enjoyed this week's show, we'll try and get another one out for you next week. If you go onto YouTube.
No, we won't. It's FA Cup.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, fuck that.
If you go on to
Not doing a show for
Yeah,
the
Liverpool are going to go out, and you know what? Spend time with your girlfriends or whatever porn you watch if you're single.
Yeah, spend time with your porn. If you go onto the YouTube page, Dan O'Carroll, you'll see all the latest shows there listed. But if you go to Facebook /the ITK Soccer Show, it's the easiest way to keep up to date with every show as they are released. Also, you can follow us at ITK Soccer Show on Twitter. And until next week, enjoy the FA Cup and tomorrow's other League Cup. That's City
There
and
is,
Everton.
however, Premier League fixtures on Tuesday and Wednesday, including Liverpool-Leicester.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I thought we were going to do it next week.
No, this was could do
The
it
thing
next week.
about it,
I completely forgot Leeds are playing, and I just checked, and we're losing.
it's not a really quick turnaround for us playing Leicester. Like, we played them literally less than 2 months
It
ago.
always happens was around Christmas.
It's just
Like
so
it's all
weird.
fixtures again.
I wonder what the closest ever in the Premier League was playing home and away against the team. Oh, God.
What do you mean?
Because we're playing Leicester like 6 weeks after we last played them.
Or it's a bit of racism
everyone
there
will be
by
doing that,
Sky,
won't
but
they?
they covered it quite well.
I don't know. Say that again?
Sure,
They said up towards Benteke, and then they went Sacco got his head to it. So it's like, yeah, but
No, they're standing beside each other. Anyway, enough of this. We're going to go watch this, and me and John are going to cry. See you maybe next week then. We'll do a show maybe next week. We could do it on Thursday. Okay, back soon. Bye-bye.